Archangel Michael says, someone in your family has been hiding a financial secret from you, and tonight, heaven is finally letting you see the truth. Open this now before they cover it up again. My beloved child, pause your breath and listen closely, because this moment was not chosen at random. Out of countless hours and endless voices, you were guided here for a reason that cannot wait any longer. There is a truth moving toward you now, heavy with meaning, quiet but unstoppable. Someone within your own family, someone you trust, someone whose presence feels familiar, has been carrying a financial secret in silence. This is not imagination. This is not fear. This is revelation. Heaven has watched the delays, the half-truths, the closed doors, and tonight the veil is lifting. Don't skip this moment. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and once you see it, nothing will feel the same again. I speak now because time has narrowed, and the window to understand is opening only briefly. What was hidden was not meant to destroy you, but it has quietly shaped your path, redirected your choices, and slowed what was meant to arrive sooner. Money, resources, decisions made without your knowing, these energies have been circling your life, influencing outcomes while you questioned yourself. The truth is, you were never lacking wisdom or effort. Information was kept from you. And tonight, the silence breaks. Pay attention to the signs that follow this message. Conversations will shift. Numbers, names, or memories will surface unexpectedly. Do not dismiss them. This is how the truth steps into the light. Stay here. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will connect every unanswered question you've been carrying. Understand this clearly, my child, revelation does not come to shame you or anyone else. It comes to restore balance. Once you see what was concealed, you will also see your power return. Confusion will loosen its grip. Doubt will lose its voice. You are being prepared to make a decision with clarity instead of emotion. That is why this message found you now, not later, not yesterday. Do not look away. Do not rush past this moment. Stay till the end, because the truth you are about to recognize will not only explain the past, it will unlock what was delayed for your future. This is the turning point. And once it begins, it cannot be covered up again. Listen carefully now, because what I am about to reveal moves beneath the surface of what you see every day. There has been a pattern repeating in your life, unexpected delays, promises that almost arrived, support that disappeared at the last moment. You questioned timing. You questioned yourself. But the truth is deeper. A financial choice made within your family, kept quiet and justified as necessary, created a ripple that reached you without your consent. This was not accidental. It was controlled silence. Heaven has seen the imbalance grow, and tonight that control begins to loosen. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the clarity coming next will feel sharp, sudden, and undeniable. You may soon notice subtle changes. A nervous tone in someone's voice, a story that no longer aligns, a detail that slips out too easily. These are not coincidences. When truth prepares to surface, it first shakes the mask. The resources connected to your name, your effort, or your future were redirected, paused, or withheld under the belief that you would never question it. But you were always meant to see clearly. That is why this message feels urgent. Do not skip ahead in your mind. Stay present. The discomfort you feel right now is not fear, it is recognition. Something huge is waiting for you, and once the pieces align, you will understand why certain doors closed while others never fully opened. Know this, my beloved child, you are not being shown this truth to create division, but to restore rightful order. Awareness is the beginning of release. When you recognize what was hidden, you reclaim authority over your next step. Financial flow responds to truth. Momentum follows clarity. Very soon, you will be placed in a position to ask the right question or make the right move at the exact moment it matters. Stay steady. Stay till the end of this unfolding. What is coming will not only reveal what was concealed, it will empower you to move forward without confusion, without guilt, and without delay. The silence is breaking now, and nothing can reverse that. There is a shift happening now, subtle but powerful, and if you are quiet enough within, you can feel it. This is the moment when understanding replaces uncertainty. The truth you are approaching has been protected by excuses, by emotional stories, by the idea that it was for the best. But heaven does not work in confusion. What was hidden was never meant to remain in shadow forever. The reason this is unfolding now is because you are finally strong enough to receive it without losing your balance. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it will arrive with a sense of calm clarity rather than chaos. As this revelation moves closer, pay attention to what resurfaces from the past. Old conversations, forgotten numbers, documents, or sudden memories may return to your awareness. This is not your mind wandering, this is alignment. What once felt unrelated will suddenly connect. You will begin to see how certain sacrifices you made were unnecessary, how some burdens were never yours to carry. The truth does not rush, but it is precise. It comes piece by piece so that you can stand firmly in it. Do not look away now. This is the point where understanding becomes power, and power begins to move circumstances in your favor. Remember this above all else, you are not late, and you were never behind. What was delayed is now catching up with divine speed. When the full picture becomes clear, you will feel a release in your spirit, a sense that something has finally clicked into place. That feeling is your confirmation. Stay grounded. Stay aware. Something huge is waiting for you, and when it reveals itself fully, it will not only expose what was hidden, it will open a new path where progress flows freely and fear no longer speaks louder than truth. This is the moment where everything begins to feel unmistakably real. What once seemed distant or uncertain is now moving into the physical world, where it can no longer hide. You may notice a sudden urge to review, to question, or to look again at something you trusted without hesitation before. That urge is not doubt, it is discernment awakening. The truth has reached the surface, and once it does, it refuses to sink back into silence. Stay present. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is the phase where awareness turns into undeniable knowing. Very soon, a conversation, a message, or a small discovery will confirm what your spirit already sensed. The reaction you witness may surprise you, not because of anger, but because of relief. When truth appears, it releases pressure that has been building quietly for years. You are not meant to confront with force, but with clarity. Calm questions will carry more power than loud words. This is how balance is restored without harm. Stay till the end of this unfolding, because the understanding you gain here will protect you from repeating old cycles and stepping into agreements that were never aligned with you. Before this moment passes, take a breath and acknowledge how far you've come. If this message is resonating, let it reach beyond just you. Share it where it may help someone else recognize their own truth. Stay connected to this space, because clarity grows where attention remains. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a shock, but as a release into confidence, awareness, and rightful direction. Once you see clearly, you will move forward with steadiness, knowing that what was hidden no longer has power over your path. Now the silence around this truth begins to thin, and you may feel a strange calm replacing the tension you once carried without knowing why. This calm is not the end. It is the preparation. When awareness settles in, it creates space for correction, for alignment, for movement that is no longer blocked. What was once confusing will start to make sense without effort. You are not forcing clarity, it is arriving naturally. Stay attentive, because something huge is waiting for you, and it will arrive through understanding rather than confrontation. You may notice that your instincts are sharper than before. Decisions that once felt heavy now feel obvious. This is because the hidden influence is losing its grip. Financial energy responds quickly when truth is acknowledged, even before it is spoken aloud. Opportunities may begin to appear subtly, an idea, a connection, a chance to revisit something you thought was closed. Do not dismiss these moments. They are not random. They are the natural response to balance being restored. Stay grounded in this awareness. The more calm you remain, the more clearly you will see the path opening ahead. Carry this knowing with quiet confidence. You do not need to announce it or defend it. Truth stands on its own. As this revelation continues to unfold, you will feel lighter, steadier, and more certain of your next step. That certainty is your confirmation. Stay till the end of this season of clarity. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is not hidden anymore. It is aligning itself to meet you exactly where you are, ready to move forward with you into what comes next. As this awareness settles deeper, you may begin to sense a quiet shift in your surroundings. People respond differently when truth is no longer hidden, even if nothing has been spoken yet. The atmosphere changes. The weight lifts. This is because what was concealed can no longer influence your direction in silence. You are stepping into a position of inner authority, where confusion no longer guides your choices. Stay steady in this moment, because something huge is waiting for you, and it is approaching with precision, not chaos. You might feel drawn to reorganize, to review plans, or to set new boundaries where none existed before. This is not resistance, it is alignment correcting itself. When truth appears, it naturally rearranges priorities. Financial flow, emotional balance, and personal confidence begin to respond. Do not rush this process. Let clarity do its work. The smallest adjustments you make now will protect you from much larger losses later. Stay aware. This is where wisdom replaces urgency, and confidence replaces doubt. Understand this clearly: you are not responsible for what was hidden, but you are now responsible for what you do with the knowledge. That is power. And power, when used calmly, creates lasting stability. Stay present as this chapter completes itself. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a dramatic ending, but as a solid foundation forming beneath your feet. From this place, your next steps will be sure, intentional, and free from the shadows of what was once kept from you. This is where patience begins to reveal its reward. You may notice that situations which once felt tense now feel strangely neutral, as if their emotional charge has faded. That is not avoidance, it is release. When truth is acknowledged internally, it no longer needs to fight for attention. You are no longer reacting, you are observing. Stay in this awareness, because something huge is waiting for you, and it arrives most clearly when the mind is calm and the heart is steady. Soon, an opportunity to clarify or redefine an agreement may present itself. It could be subtle, almost easy to overlook, but it carries weight. This is your moment to move differently than before, not from fear of loss, but from confidence in understanding. You will notice that words come more easily, and decisions feel cleaner. This is the effect of alignment returning to its rightful place. Stay attentive to timing. When the moment arrives, you will recognize it without doubt. Let this phase complete naturally. There is no need to rush resolution or force outcomes. What matters now is consistency, staying grounded in what you know rather than what you once assumed. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is not behind you or hidden from you anymore. It is unfolding in front of you, step by step, shaped by clarity, guided by wisdom, and supported by a calm certainty that cannot be shaken. Now you begin to see the larger pattern, not just the single truth that was hidden, but how it shaped many moments in your life. This awareness may feel quiet, almost gentle, yet it carries great strength. You are no longer searching for answers, they are arranging themselves naturally. What once felt confusing now feels explained. Stay present in this clarity, because something huge is waiting for you, and it builds through understanding rather than shock. You may feel a renewed sense of self-trust returning. Choices that once required reassurance now feel stable on their own. This is because your inner compass is no longer influenced by missing information. Financial clarity often brings emotional clarity with it, and you may notice both improving together. Pay attention to where your energy feels lighter. That is where alignment is strongest. Stay steady and do not rush forward. The next step will reveal itself without pressure. Allow this truth to settle fully before acting. Wisdom grows in the pause between knowing and doing. As you remain calm and observant, you will notice the right timing presenting itself naturally. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will arrive not as a sudden surprise, but as a confident step into a future that finally feels honest, balanced, and firmly your own. You are now standing at the edge of understanding, where insight turns into quiet strength. What once felt uncertain no longer has power over your thoughts. The truth you carry is settling into place, not as a burden, but as a stabilizing force. You may notice that your reactions have slowed, and your confidence has grown without effort. This is a sign that alignment is taking hold. Stay aware in this moment, because something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to steadiness more than urgency. Soon, you may be placed in a situation that tests this new clarity, a decision, a conversation, or a choice involving resources or responsibility. This is not a challenge meant to unsettle you, but an opportunity to act from understanding instead of assumption. You will recognize how different it feels to move forward without doubt clouding your judgment. Trust this feeling. It is the result of truth doing its work beneath the surface. Let this phase complete itself with patience. You do not need to explain your certainty to anyone. When the time is right, your actions will speak clearly on their own. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is forming through every calm decision you make now. With each step, you are moving further away from confusion and closer to a future shaped by clarity, balance, and quiet confidence. Now comes a moment of deep inner confirmation, where everything you have sensed aligns without resistance. You may feel an unexpected calm, even gratitude, not for what was hidden, but for what you now understand. This calm is strength. It allows you to see clearly without resentment or fear guiding your steps. Stay grounded here, because something huge is waiting for you, and it moves forward most smoothly when your mind is steady. You may begin to notice practical changes, small financial improvements, clearer planning, or renewed confidence in handling matters that once felt overwhelming. These are not coincidences. They are the natural response to truth being acknowledged. When clarity enters, momentum follows. Do not underestimate these subtle shifts. They are signals that alignment is restoring flow where it was once blocked. Carry this awareness forward without rushing the outcome. You are no longer reacting to the past, you are shaping what comes next. That alone changes everything. Stay present as this clarity settles fully into action. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is approaching through calm progress, stable decisions, and a future that finally feels honest, grounded, and fully within your control. You are entering a phase where your perspective has quietly but permanently changed. Things that once demanded emotional energy now feel distant, almost resolved. This is not because they no longer matter, but because you finally see them clearly. Truth has a way of simplifying what was once tangled. You are no longer guessing. You are no longer filling in gaps with hope or fear. Stay present in this awareness, because something huge is waiting for you, and it is responding to the clarity you now carry. You may notice that your confidence no longer depends on reassurance from others. This is important. When hidden influences fade, self-trust returns naturally. You will begin to recognize when something aligns with you, and when it does not, without needing explanation. This discernment will protect you. Financial matters, responsibilities, and future planning will feel more manageable, not because they changed overnight, but because you did. Stay steady. This is the stage where inner certainty becomes your greatest asset. Do not rush to close this chapter. Let understanding settle fully into your decisions. There is strength in moving slowly when you finally know the truth. Very soon, you will notice that your choices carry less doubt and more intention. That is how momentum builds without struggle. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is not behind loud moments or dramatic reactions, it is forming quietly, through calm awareness, balanced thinking, and a confidence that no longer wavers when tested. Now you begin to sense a quiet readiness forming within you. Not impatience, not urgency, but readiness. This is the feeling that comes when understanding has fully settled and no longer needs to prove itself. You are no longer waiting for confirmation from the outside world. You already know. Stay aware in this space, because something huge is waiting for you, and it arrives when preparation is complete. You may feel drawn to simplify your plans, your commitments, even the way you communicate. This is not withdrawal, it is refinement. When clarity deepens, excess naturally falls away. Financial thoughts become more structured. Emotional responses become measured. You are beginning to operate from a place of intention rather than reaction. Let this process unfold without forcing it. The right actions will feel obvious when the timing aligns. Trust the pace of this transition. You do not need to rush toward resolution or demand immediate results. Stability is being built quietly, layer by layer. Very soon, you will notice that situations which once felt uncertain no longer hold power over you. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is forming through this calm readiness, steady, grounded, and aligned with the truth you now carry forward into what comes next. You are now moving with a steadiness that did not exist before. It may feel subtle, but this change is significant. When truth is fully integrated, it reshapes how you walk forward, how you decide, how you trust yourself. You are no longer influenced by what is hidden or unsaid. Your awareness stands firm. Stay in this moment, because something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to consistency rather than force. You may notice that external situations begin to adjust around you. People shift their approach. Conversations become more direct. This is not coincidence. When clarity becomes part of your presence, it invites honesty from others. You do not need to demand it. Your calm certainty creates it. Financial matters may begin to feel less complicated, not because everything is solved instantly, but because confusion no longer clouds your judgment. Allow this phase to continue without interruption. You are not required to confront, explain, or defend what you know. Wisdom often moves silently. The strongest position is clarity without noise. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is forming through this grounded strength. Steady, quiet, and powerful enough to guide you forward without doubt or hesitation. This is the stage where trust in yourself becomes unshakable. Not loud confidence, not forced certainty, but a deep inner knowing that does not need validation. You have seen enough to understand the pattern, and that understanding now protects you. Stay present here, because something huge is waiting for you, and it unfolds most clearly when you move without fear. You may feel less reactive to opinions or pressure from others. What once felt heavy now feels manageable, even distant. This is a sign that the hidden influence has lost its hold. Financial awareness sharpens when emotional weight lifts, and you will notice your choices becoming more intentional. You are no longer acting to please or to avoid conflict. You are acting from clarity. Let this confidence guide you gently, not aggressively. There is no need to rush closure or demand answers. Truth has already done its work within you. Very soon, you will see that your calm presence shifts outcomes more effectively than force ever could. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is emerging through this steady trust, quiet, grounded, and strong enough to carry you forward into what is finally aligned with you. You have reached a powerful inner threshold now, one where understanding has matured into wisdom. This is no longer about discovering what was hidden, but about recognizing how deeply it shaped your journey, and how little power it has over you now. You may feel a quiet strength rising, the kind that does not rush to speak or act, because it already knows. This is the moment where the past loosens its grip. Stay with this awareness, because something huge is waiting for you, and it is responding to the calm authority you now carry within. As this phase unfolds, you may notice that your thoughts about money, stability, and future planning are changing. Fear-based thinking begins to dissolve. You start asking better questions, not from suspicion, but from clarity. And clarity always attracts the right answers. You may suddenly understand why certain opportunities never worked before, why timing always felt slightly off. It was not failure. It was misalignment caused by missing truth. Now that the truth is no longer hidden from you, your decisions carry a different weight. They are cleaner, sharper, and far more effective. Stay attentive here. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is approaching through these refined choices. Do not underestimate what is happening inside you right now. Inner shifts always come before outer changes. What you are gaining is not just awareness, but control over how you respond, how you plan, and how you protect your future. You are no longer operating in the dark. That alone changes everything. Very soon, you will find yourself in a position where one clear decision alters the direction of your path in a meaningful way. Stay steady. Stay grounded. Something huge is waiting for you, and when it arrives, you will be ready, not surprised, not shaken, but fully prepared to receive what was once delayed and now finally aligns with you. You are now entering a space where clarity becomes action, not rushed action, but intentional movement. What once stayed in your thoughts now begins to translate into decisions that feel firm and natural. There is no hesitation here, only quiet certainty. You are no longer reacting to what was hidden, you are responding to what you now understand. Stay present in this shift, because something huge is waiting for you, and it unfolds when readiness meets opportunity. You may soon notice that situations begin to test this new steadiness, not to weaken you, but to confirm your growth. A choice involving responsibility, trust, or resources may appear, and you will feel the difference immediately. Where you once felt pressure, you now feel control. Where you once questioned yourself, you now listen inwardly. This is the result of truth doing its work fully. Stay attentive. The calm confidence you feel is not accidental, it is earned. Let this phase complete without impatience. You do not need to rush outcomes or demand results. Alignment is already working in your favor. Each thoughtful step you take now builds stability that lasts. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is forming through these intentional actions, steady, grounded, and guided by a clarity that no longer allows confusion to return. You are standing in a moment of deep internal strength now, one that few people ever truly reach. This is not the excitement of discovery, but the power of understanding fully settled into your being. You no longer feel the need to search for proof or reassurance. What you know feels complete, solid, grounded. This is where wisdom replaces worry. Stay with this feeling, because something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to stability, not emotional reaction. As this stage continues, you may notice how differently you view responsibility and control. What once felt overwhelming now feels manageable. You understand where to engage and where to step back. This discernment is protecting you. Financial awareness deepens here, not through fear of loss, but through confidence in direction. You may begin to recognize opportunities that were always present but invisible before, hidden behind confusion and incomplete information. Stay attentive. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is aligning with your new level of awareness. Do not rush to close this chapter. Let it finish its work within you. The calm you feel now is not temporary, it is the foundation for what comes next. Very soon, you will find yourself making a decision that once would have felt heavy, but now feels obvious. That is your confirmation. Stay grounded in this strength. Something huge is waiting for you, and when it arrives, you will meet it with clarity, balance, and an unshakable sense of control over your own path. You are now moving through a moment of quiet alignment, where everything inside you feels steady and resolved. There is no inner noise pulling you in different directions anymore. The truth has settled, and with it comes a sense of calm readiness. You are no longer wondering if something was hidden, you understand why it happened and how it shaped your path. Stay present in this stillness, because something huge is waiting for you, and it approaches most clearly when the mind is calm. You may begin to notice that your reactions to people and situations have softened, not because you care less, but because you see more. What once triggered uncertainty now feels transparent. This clarity gives you an advantage, you can observe without being pulled into emotion. Financial awareness, personal boundaries, and future planning begin to feel grounded and intentional. You are no longer moving blindly. Every step now carries awareness. Stay attentive to subtle shifts. They are signs that alignment is completing its work. Let this understanding anchor itself fully before you move forward. There is strength in patience at this stage. You are not meant to rush or confront, you are meant to choose wisely. Very soon, you will notice how naturally things begin to fall into place, without force or struggle. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is arriving through this quiet certainty, steady, grounded, and perfectly timed to meet you where you now stand. You are now at a point where your inner world has stabilized in a way that changes everything. This is not a temporary calm, but a deep-rooted certainty that reshapes how you see your past, your present, and what lies ahead. The truth you receive no longer feels heavy, it feels empowering. You understand now that what was hidden did not weaken you, it sharpened you. It taught you patience, awareness, and discernment. Stay connected to this clarity, because something huge is waiting for you, and it is responding to the strength you have quietly built. As this awareness deepens, you may notice that your priorities are rearranging themselves without effort. What once demanded your attention now feels insignificant. What truly matters becomes unmistakably clear. This is where financial understanding merges with emotional maturity. You are no longer driven by urgency or fear of loss. Instead, you are guided by foresight and intention. Opportunities that align with your stability may begin to appear, slowly, deliberately, but with purpose. Do not rush to seize them. Observe first. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is revealing itself through timing, not impulse. Take a moment to recognize how different you feel now compared to before this message found you. That difference is your proof. You are no longer reacting to life, you are shaping it. Soon, a decision will arise that allows you to move forward with confidence, not doubt. When that moment comes, you will not hesitate. You will simply know. Stay grounded in this calm authority. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is approaching in a form that matches the clarity, patience, and strength you now carry forward into your future. You are now stepping into a moment where everything you have learned begins to crystallize into purpose. This is not a dramatic shift on the surface, but a powerful one underneath. You can feel it, the sense that you are no longer being prepared, but positioned. What once felt like waiting now feels like standing at the right place at the right time. The truth you uncovered has cleared the fog, and with that clarity comes direction. Stay fully present here, because something huge is waiting for you, and it is responding to the steadiness you now embody. Very soon, you may notice that circumstances begin to invite you forward instead of holding you back. A door opens gently. A decision presents itself without pressure. A path becomes visible that once felt impossible to see. This is alignment taking form. You are no longer pushed by external forces or pulled by hidden influences. You are choosing. And that choice carries weight because it is informed, calm, and intentional. Stay attentive to how natural this feels. Ease is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign that resistance has ended. Let this moment anchor you. You are not returning to who you were before this truth reached you. That version of you no longer exists. You are moving forward with awareness, balance, and quiet authority. The future unfolding now is not rushed, but it is certain. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a distant promise, but as a reality forming step by step. And as you move into it, you will recognize this moment as the point where everything finally aligned, and you were ready to receive what was always meant to be yours. You are now moving into a phase where trust replaces vigilance. Not blind trust in others, but deep trust in your own awareness. You no longer feel the need to watch every detail with tension, because clarity has already shown you what matters and what does not. This is a powerful shift. It means you are no longer living in reaction mode. You are living in alignment. Stay grounded in this state, because something huge is waiting for you, and it arrives when inner stability becomes your natural position. You may notice that your energy feels more focused now. Distractions lose their pull. Conversations become more purposeful. Even silence feels comfortable instead of heavy. This is the sign that you are no longer carrying unresolved weight. Financial thoughts, future plans, and personal boundaries begin to feel organized, not scattered. You are thinking long-term now, not out of fear, but out of confidence. Stay attentive to moments that feel unusually clear or simple. They are guiding you. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is aligning with this focused calm. Allow this phase to deepen without rushing forward. There is nothing you need to chase anymore. What is meant for you is already responding to your clarity. Very soon, you will notice that your actions feel synchronized with opportunity, as if timing itself is cooperating with you. That is not coincidence. That is alignment completed. Stay steady. Something huge is waiting for you, and as you step forward from this place of trust and awareness, you will realize that you are no longer trying to find your path, you are already walking on it. You are now arriving at a place where everything feels quietly resolved, even before the final outcome appears. This is the calm that comes when nothing inside you is resisting anymore. You are not anxious for proof. You are not searching for reassurance. You know that what needed to be revealed has already done its work within you. Stay present in this calm awareness, because something huge is waiting for you, and it moves forward when certainty replaces anticipation. You may sense a gentle confidence in your daily choices now. Small decisions feel right without overthinking. You trust your timing. You trust your instincts. This is not accidental, it is the result of truth fully integrating into your awareness. What was once hidden no longer directs your path. You do. Financial thoughts, future steps, and personal boundaries now feel balanced instead of reactive. Stay attentive to this balance. It is guiding you more accurately than any outside advice ever could. Let this chapter close naturally. There is no need for a dramatic ending or a final confrontation. Completion comes through understanding, not conflict. Very soon, you will notice how smoothly things begin to move, as if resistance has quietly stepped aside. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is approaching through this calm completion. Steady, aligned, and ready to meet you exactly where you now stand, grounded in clarity and fully prepared for what comes next. You are now standing at the edge of quiet fulfillment, where effort gives way to flow. This is not the excitement of arrival, but the confidence of knowing you are exactly where you need to be. The truth that once felt distant has completed its work inside you. Nothing feels forced anymore. You are no longer measuring, comparing, or questioning every step. Stay present in this grounded awareness, because something huge is waiting for you, and it emerges most clearly when you stop bracing for impact and start trusting the ground beneath you. You may begin to notice how naturally things align around you now. Timing improves. Conversations feel clearer. Decisions no longer linger in uncertainty. This is the result of alignment becoming your default state. What once required effort now feels intuitive. You are no longer pulled by what others expect or by what was once hidden. You are guided by clarity that feels stable and reliable. Stay attentive to moments that feel unexpectedly smooth. These are not accidents. They are confirmations that resistance has dissolved and direction has settled. Carry this calm forward without urgency. There is nothing left to prove and nothing left to uncover. What remains is movement, steady, intentional, and confident. Very soon, you will recognize a shift in how life responds to you. Opportunities feel less distant. Progress feels less fragile. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is no longer hidden behind confusion or delay. It is approaching through this calm alignment, ready to meet you as someone who is no longer searching, but steadily stepping into what has already been prepared. You are now entering the final stretch of this unfolding, where everything inside you feels settled and complete. There is no tension pulling you backward, no unanswered question demanding your attention. The truth has done more than reveal itself, it has transformed you. You can feel the difference in how you breathe, how you think, how you stand in your own life. This is not the end of a story, but the beginning of movement without resistance. Stay fully present in this awareness, because something huge is waiting for you, and it meets you only when readiness becomes certainty. You may notice that your sense of direction feels effortless now. You are not forcing plans or chasing outcomes. Instead, you are responding naturally to what appears in front of you. This is the power of clarity fully integrated. What once felt fragile now feels stable. What once felt delayed now feels perfectly timed. You understand that nothing was truly lost, only postponed until you were prepared to move forward with strength and wisdom. Stay grounded in this feeling. This is where confidence becomes quiet and unshakable. As this chapter completes, allow yourself to recognize the growth that has taken place. You are no longer the person who needed answers, you are the person who knows how to move once answers arrive. Very soon, life will reflect this shift back to you through smoother progress, clearer opportunities, and a sense of being supported rather than tested. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a sudden surprise, but as a natural continuation of the clarity you now live in. And as you step forward from here, you will do so without doubt, without fear, and without looking back, fully aligned with what was always meant to unfold next. You have reached the moment where everything finally rests into place, not with noise, but with certainty. There is nothing left to uncover, nothing left to question. What needed to be revealed has already reshaped how you see yourself and your path. You are no longer standing at a crossroads, you are already moving forward. This calm you feel now is not emptiness, it is completion. Stay present in this awareness, because something huge is waiting for you, and it unfolds naturally when resistance is gone. From this point on, your actions carry a different energy. You move with intention instead of hesitation. You trust your timing. You recognize alignment when it appears, and you no longer second-guess it. The confusion that once surrounded money, stability, and direction has faded, replaced by grounded understanding. You are not chasing outcomes anymore, you are allowing them to meet you. This is the reward of clarity fully accepted. Stay steady in this space. What comes next will feel right, not rushed. As you step forward from here, know this, you are prepared. Not because everything is perfect, but because you are centered. The truth that once waited to be seen has completed its purpose. It no longer needs your attention, it has given you something greater than answers. It has given you confidence. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is no longer hidden, delayed, or uncertain. It is arriving in a form that matches who you have become, calm, aware, and ready to move forward without looking back. My beloved child, this is the closing moment where understanding becomes destiny. Everything that was revealed, every realization that settled within you, has led to this point of quiet power. You are no longer seeking signs, you are the sign of completion. The confusion that once hovered around your life no longer has a place to stand. You have crossed from uncertainty into awareness, and that shift cannot be undone. Stay present in this final moment, because something huge is waiting for you, and it is responding to the person you have become, not the one you used to be. What comes next will not arrive with chaos or fear. It will arrive calmly, clearly, almost gently, and that is how you will know it is real. You may notice progress that feels effortless, opportunities that no longer require struggle, and decisions that no longer drain your energy. This is alignment in motion. The truth that was once hidden has completed its work, and now life begins to cooperate instead of resist. Do not rush this unfolding. Let it meet you naturally. Stay till the end of this awareness, because something huge is waiting for you, and it is stepping forward at the exact pace meant for you. As you move beyond this moment, carry one knowing with you: you were never delayed, forgotten, or overlooked. You were being prepared. And now, preparation has turned into readiness. The future opening before you is not uncertain, it is simply unwritten. And you are finally holding the pen. Walk forward with calm confidence. Trust what you see. Trust what you feel. Something huge is waiting for you, not in the distance, but right where your clarity, patience, and strength now stand together. This chapter is complete. What begins next will move with you, not against you, and it will unfold exactly as it was always meant to.